I'm Brooklyn Humphrey, and this is my game Unlocked. And I'm going to go ahead and go to it right now. Okay, let's hope this works. Okay, so this is our start screen for my new game Unlocked. I'm going to just press play game and hopefully we'll see what we want to see. Okay, here's the instructions. So, use the arrow keys to move, use the spacebar to jump, press escape key to pause, find keys to unlock your way to the end, and don't fall. Okay, so basically I'm a marble looking thing, and I roll through this path here, and you have to be really careful because obviously you don't want to fall, as it said in the instructions here. Before I get that key, I'll show you if you went this way, then you'd run into this lock right here. And obviously for a lock, you need a key, so you have to go ahead and go and get the key. Makes a cute little sound right there. And then you go ahead and just smash through that lock. Do the same exact thing 3 more times throughout the level. This is just level 1. There are a total of 10 levels in this game. And there's twists and turns. And each level is a little bit different. You'll definitely see that level 10 is a lot different than level 1. It is a lot more challenging. But you'll see when that comes along. You get the final key. So there's 3 keys throughout each level, and which means there's 3 locks throughout each level, and you have to find all of them before you can make it to the end. And here's the end right here. So you just swoosh up into the end, and that reminds me of one of the games that I was inspired from to make this game, called Marble Blast, and the ending is really similar to that. I tried to make it kind of like that. But I just pressed next level, and this will be level 2. So in this level, I added spaces, or gaps, I guess. So you have to use the space bar to jump, get the key, and go ahead and go to the lock and smash your way through. Now, this game took me about 2.5 months to make, and that's a lot longer than my first game, which took me about 2 weeks to make, so that's a big step. And I think I make it look pretty easy doing this because I've played this so many times that I'm pretty used to the controls, so I don't usually die. But I will show you what happens when I die, so I can show you. But if you jump here, and there's the end. And I'm going to, you can retry, you can press level select, you can press next level, but I'm just going to press next level to show you level 3. So level 3 is different from level 2 and level 1. There are stairs you have to jump over, you still press the space bar, but it's the same idea. You just go ahead and grab the keys to unlock the lock. If I can actually get up these stairs. Now, like I said, I make it look pretty easy since I played it so many times, but what I noticed that if I stay kind of like in the middle of the path, then I don't fall. Obviously, because I'm not towards the edge. But I have had a couple people playtest it, and I noticed that people struggle a lot more than I do because I've played it so many times. Smash that. And actually here, I'll show you, I don't know, I can't remember if I showed you, but if you don't get the key, you just smash it with a lock. You have to get the key. This is one of my favorite parts because it's kind of hard, at least for some of these earlier levels. Key. make your way. Now, one of my favorite parts about this game, and what I think makes the game really fun, is the fog, because it makes it really hard to see what's gonna come up next. I think it adds to the mysterious element of the game. So this level has a mixture of gaps and stairs and turns, I guess. But there's a lock, so I have to go and get the key going the other way. Here's that. I really love the particle systems I did with this game. That's something I didn't do in my first game that I really wanted to try and do for this game, because I think it just makes the game a lot cooler. Just kind of makes it a little more fancier. It's the wrong way. Well, and I'm just gonna go ahead. And I also really like the sound. Especially like that sound. It's probably very sound for when you play the key. Just go here. This level. The end is the same in all the levels, but yeah, I think the end is probably just think it looks cool. So I'll show you if you press if you press retry, then you can restart the level. It's the same level you'll see. See the gap here. It's the same level, but if I want to pause the game by pressing escape, then I can go ahead and go. Well, I can resume the game, I can restart the level, or I can quit the game. I'm not going to quit the game. I can go to level select. As you can see, I've unlocked 5 levels. I can't press on any of these. But as you can see, the color changes when I go over these, so that means I can play these levels. So once you press level select, you can play any level that you want. So if you want to go back and play another level, go ahead and do that. But I'm going to go ahead and play level 5. And I'm actually just going to die just to show you what happens when you die. I mean, it's pretty similar to everything else, but I'll just have to stop it. Fall into your death. So I'm just going to press retry and you can go back to level select if you want. So this level, I can't really remember. I have to recall. Oh yes, this is a good one. So I added tilts to this level, makes it a little more challenging. I think it's kind of cool. But still has stairs and gaps. But as you can see, each level, I'm pretty much adding something to each level to make the difficulty a little more, make it a little more challenging throughout the game so that it's progressively harder. Which is what you want to do. And I tried to make the first level as easy as I could, so that I can make the game harder. Although people still tend to struggle a little bit on the first level. But it's probably my least favorite level to play because I've play tested it so many times to test everything like the music, which took forever because we had so many bugs in music. Yeah, that's my least favorite level to play because it's kind of boring for me now. But once you see the rest of these levels, you'll see why. So I'll go ahead and press the next level. This will be level 6 out of 10. Go through here. Gap there. Try to make it a little fancier by putting different sized stairs. There's another tilt right there. Down here. And smash through that lock. I really love that particle system. It actually reminds me of Crossroad. Kind of wanted it to look like some of the Crossroad particle systems. So I think that's really cool. Jump here. I love this. I really love that. It's kind of a surprise to the player. Smash through that wall. Oh, yes. So I did add, well, this is a it's like 1 unit thick, or wide, I guess. And these regular platforms are 4 units, so I think that's something that can be challenging to the player, and I thought I'd add that in. It's probably one of my favorite things, and you'll see it come into play later on in some other levels as well. So, you can see that 1 unit tile there as well. So I'm going to this next level again. Once I get farther into these levels, sometimes it's a little more difficult for me and I do die. I should probably explain this. So this is a bounce tile. Basically you bounce like that. Here, I'll actually stay on it. And that also takes a lot of getting used to with the controls. You have to really know how to use the controls there. It can be pretty difficult to do. Forgot I didn't get the key. So, I added this part in last minute. That's why I can't remember. But, here's another bounce tile. Didn't see like tilt. Yeah, I really love the bouncy tiles. They're really cool. Pretty sure it's over here. So I'm in the bounce tile here. Oh, this is my favorite. So usually I can just go like that. I used to have to bounce on a few times, which makes it kind of fun, but pretty difficult. But it took a lot of playtesting to see how bouncy I can make it and how difficult it would be. So, yeah, I really like that part of the game. Wind is blowing everything everywhere. Like I've said, if you were to play this for the first time, I'm pretty sure it would take a lot more time than it's taking me. I'm gonna go ahead and play this level again. So this is, I don't know if this is level 7 or level 8. I lost count. But okay, so I also added in another type of tile. This is the icy tile. So basically, I'm not even pressing the arrow here now. So it's slippery, basically. Now, it's not too difficult right now, but you'll see where the difficulty comes into play with the icy tiles later on. They can be pretty difficult. Here's another one. This is the favorite part. So you have to like really learn how to balance yourself. See the ball still rolling. Now the good thing, the ball used to be actually just a solid blue color. I wanted to make it have, you know, look more like a marble or something, so that you can actually see it's rolling, because you couldn't tell that it was actually rolling when it was the solid blue color. So that's probably a little more helpful, especially when it comes to ice, because you can't tell if you're rolling or not. I'm barely pressing on the arrow because I don't want to shoot across. So like, you'll see this is really slippery. Stop yourself. But I added the tilt there just to make that a little more difficult as well. Stop yourself there. And the key, or the lock, and here. And this should be the end. Be really careful there. I have to play around with jumping into the end. It will stop you if you go really slow. I'm going to go to level select. Okay, we're on level 9, so it's going to get kind of difficult as we go into these last 2 levels. And there's another icy tile. You have to stop, so be really careful there. This is also really fun. It's like trampoline, basically. Balanced myself out there. And smash the lock. And here, this part's kind of hard to make. Gotta be careful there. Personally, like the bounce tiles that have a tilt, so it's easier to jump back. But it's hard. But yeah, there's that. I tried to make this kind of like Super Mario Bros. Style with like bouncy mushroom things. I don't know, that I wanted that kind of element as well. So here's the 1 unit platforms again. So you have to be really careful here. Try to bounce things like that as much as I can so it makes it easier. Go around here. That can be really difficult if you're not used to the controls. And see, the fog makes it so you have no idea where you're going, so you have to be really careful. And we're on to the last level. So this level is by far the hardest. It took me a while to get good at this level, even though I'm the one who made the game. But it's probably the most fun as well. So this part took me a while, but I really like this part. So it's just a bunch of bounce pads. You might feel really good once you finally get across those, but the problem is you have to figure out how to make your way back as well, which can be difficult if you just got used to the controls going to the right instead of going to the left. Yeah. Go along here, smash the right one. These stairs. There's an icy tower. Throughout the level, there's going to be many difficult aspects of the game that throw you off. Here's that 1 unit tile. So this is the same kind of thing as the bounce tiles, except it's ice tiles. Be super careful. This part, I died the most at that part, or at least on my way back, because it's really difficult. And you can see that this is a lot different from the first level and most of the earlier levels. The difficulty level is a lot higher. Now okay, the hard part here is actually getting onto that tile there, because it's really hard to align yourself on the icy tiles because it's so slippery. So we're coming to the last key of the game. Smash that lock. So here's the other kind of Super Mario kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about. Go ahead and jump these stairs here. and this will be the last key of the game. So what I really love about this is I made a ramp here, but you can't really see anything past it because of the fog, which I think is just so awesome. It just looks really scary right here. But here's some nice tile. You're super careful. And I really like this too because it's kind of a difficult thing. And I put the key all the way to the edge because it's really, because of the iciness, it makes it slip off, so be super careful. And that is the last key of the game. And I just like to speed through this ramp. Jump up there, and then you have to get to the last lock. Smash that. And come to the end. This is my least favorite part, actually. This part's hard. You have no idea where you're going, and this is really hard, especially this part, because especially before I made the ball marble-like, when it was just a solid blue color, because you couldn't tell that you're rolling it all, and you're just like rolling the ball, and you don't know what's going on. And bounce in there, and then there is the end. So congratulations, all levels complete. So that is my game. That is the end. If I go to level select, all the levels are unlocked, and you can play any game that you want, or any level that you want. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this this game. I worked really hard on it, and that's about it. So thanks for watching.